death option. To the patients and physicians who treat them, it is. It's covered by many provinces, including Ontario, and our Lisa Hefner followed a Hamilton woman to Montreal to make the transition, and she shows us that she now feels finally complete.
Debbie.
Good, how are you?
How are you?
Hi, thank you.
I love that color on you.
Debbie Wooldridge has always been a girl.
I knew there was something different about me when I was 5 years old. I really did.
She was one of 6 kids, and before she turned 10, was already sneaking her sister's clothes.
I would go down the trail and I find like a little, like a cabin, like a little hut in the forest, and that's where I change. I put my stuff back in the bag and I take off. Because again, I wasn't at an age where I had to worry about makeup or my voice or anything. I could pass.
As an adult, she married and fathered 2 kids. By then, she was hiding her clothes in the trunk of her car, terrified of being caught.
So I would have driven my car off the mountain, for sure, if I wouldn't have gotten the help that I needed.
She eventually divorced and for 14 years lived only as a woman. During that time, gender reassignment surgery was delisted from OHIP, then relisted. Debbie's will to live had the same ups and downs.
For a lot of trans individuals, it's life or death. Because the other option is, like, if you can't be who you are, you're going to commit suicide.
This Montreal hospital performs 8 to 10 gender surgeries every week. 40% come from other countries, but all patients have to fulfill the same requirements, like living openly in their preferred gender for a year.
It doesn't matter if you're from British Columbia or Newfoundland. Every publicly funded gender reassignment surgery in Canada is done at this hospital. But the patients will tell you they wouldn't go anywhere else anyway.
We met BC resident Megan Madison in the cozy next-door recovery home a day after her vaginoplasty. She had held careers as a soldier and as a bouncer.
There's something called the 50% rule, which says that any 50% of all trans people who don't come to that accommodation take their own lives. Well, on top of that, I would say that of the 50% who remain, 50% engage in such high-risk activity that they lose their lives. Well, I was in that group.
Gender identity disorder is considered a mental illness, but Dr. Maud Bélanger says it's the only one that has a surgical treatment.
Every week, we have patients that tell us, if you weren't doing this, I would have killed myself a long time ago.
Basically, the plastic surgeon inverts the penis and turns it into a vagina. 3 months post-op, the woman can have normal orgasmic sex.
After a year, if they put me beside a genetically born female and we were both unclothed and asked someone to guess who was genetically born female and who wasn't, they couldn't tell. That's how good those doctors are.
Years of estrogen and testosterone suppressing hormones already softened her skin and gave her breasts. But after surgery, Debbie is legally a woman.
Things outside don't change, but myself changed. It's the greatest feeling in the world. I haven't got hold of my family yet, but I'm working on it. But my friends and a lot of my colleagues I've got in touch with, and they've actually emailed me and texted me, and so that's really important. Because it's important not to forget the people that have been with you on my journey. And I get to experience the journey as this bright young woman.
She says she's been reborn the way she was meant to be. Lisa Hefner, CHCH News.
All right, well, one of the worst things to encounter while driving is ice.